Linda Family Castle, a name whispered on the wind, a name that carries with it the weight of centuries, the echoes of laughter, and the shadows of sorrow. This castle, perched high on a hill, has seen the rise and fall of generations, each leaving their mark on its ancient stones, a name synonymous with tragedy. The Linda Family Castle is not just a structure of stone and mortar, it is a repository of memories, both joyous and heartbreaking. The walls, now crumbling, once echoed with the sounds of life, of celebrations and of despair. Each stone tells a story, each crack a testament to the passage of time. It stood atop a desolate hill, a sentinel of stone and shadow. From this vantage point it watched over the land, a silent guardian of secrets long forgotten. The hill itself, barren and windswept, adds to the sense of isolation, making the castle seem even more imposing and mysterious. The castle loomed large, a menacing silhouette against the stormy sky. Thunder rumbled in the distance and lightning illuminated the darkened turrets, casting eerie shadows that danced across the ancient walls. It was as if the very elements conspired to enhance the castle's aura of foreboding. The wind howled through the crumbling walls like the mournful cries of the past. It carried with it the whispers of those who once lived here, their voices lost to time but not to memory. The wind seemed to breathe life into the ruins, making the castle feel alive with the ghosts of yesteryears. The windows, once bright and vibrant, now empty sockets, staring out blindly at the world. These apertures, which once framed views of lush landscapes and bustling courtyards, now offer only glimpses of decay and desolation. They are the eyes of the castle, forever open, forever watching, yet seeing nothing. The castle was a place of secrets, buried deep within its cold, unyielding heart. Dark hallways and hidden chambers spoke of intrigues and mysteries that have never been fully uncovered. Each room held its own tale, each corridor its own enigma, waiting for someone brave enough to unravel them. It was a place of sorrow where the past refused to die, and the present was haunted by echoes of screams. The very air seemed thick with the weight of history, of lives lived and lost within these walls. The castle stood as a monument to the passage of time, a reminder that some stories are never truly over, and some spirits never truly rest. Centuries ago, the Linda family thrived. Their laughter echoed through the castle halls. They were prosperous and respected. But wealth breeds envy. Envy breeds betrayal. The eldest son, driven by avarice, plotted against his family. He craved the inheritance, the power that came with it. He murdered his kin in cold blood. One by one they fell, his siblings, his parents, all victims of his insatiable greed. The castle walls, once filled with warmth and laughter, now echoed with the final gasps of the betrayed. The blood of the betrayed seeped into the castle's foundation, a stain that could never be erased. Their anguish, their terror, it soaked into the very stones, transforming the once grand castle into a prison of despair. The victims, in their final moments, cursed their murderer. Their anguish fueled a powerful enchantment, condemning him to an eternity of suffering, trapped within the walls he sought to claim. The castle became a place of dread, haunted by the victims of the massacre, their tormented souls forever bound to the castle grounds. Years turned into decades, decades into centuries. The Linda family castle stood silent, a testament to the darkness that lay within. Locals spoke of the castle in hushed whispers. They told tales of spectral figures gliding through the moonlit halls. Their voices, filled with sorrow and rage, echoed through the empty rooms. Some dismissed it as folklore, a way to scare children, but those who dared to venture too close, they knew the truth. The Linda family castle was no fairy tale, it was a nightmare made flesh. Section 5. The Weight of Guilt. One descendant of the cursed family, a young man named William, refused to believe the stories. He had heard them all his life, tales of ghosts and curses that haunted his lineage, but William was a man of reason, a skeptic in a world of superstition. He saw the castle as his birthright. The stories, mere superstition. To him, the castle was a symbol of his family's legacy, a legacy he was determined to reclaim and restore to its former glory. He decided to spend the night in the castle to prove that the stories were false. Armed with nothing but a lantern and his resolve, he stepped into the dark, echoing halls. As darkness enveloped the castle, he felt a chill. The air grew colder, and the shadows seemed to stretch and twist in unnatural ways. A sense of dread settled upon him. It was as if the very walls of the castle were whispering secrets, secrets that had been buried for centuries. He tried to shake it off, blaming the cold, damp air. He told himself it was just his imagination, playing tricks on him in the darkness. But deep down, he felt it. An inexplicable weight pressing down on his chest, a heaviness that seemed to grow with each passing minute. The weight of his ancestors' sins, the guilt of generations past, now resting on his shoulders. He could almost hear their voices, accusing him, pleading with him. The silence of the castle was deafening, broken only by the sound of his own breathing and something else, a faint whisper coming from the shadows. It was as if the castle itself was alive, watching him, waiting for him to acknowledge the truth he had been denying. He moved cautiously through the halls, his lantern casting flickering shadows on the walls. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of the wind seemed amplified in the oppressive silence. He stopped in front of a large, ancient door, its surface covered in intricate carvings. His hand trembled as he reached for the handle, a sense of foreboding washing over him. As he opened the door, the hinges groaned in protest. He peered into the darkness beyond, his heart pounding in his chest. He stepped into the room, the air thick with the scent of decay. The faint whispering grew louder, more insistent, as if urging him to uncover the secrets hidden within these walls. In the center of the room, he found an old, dusty book. He opened it, the pages brittle and yellowed with age. The words seemed to leap off the page, telling a story of betrayal, of bloodshed, of a curse that had plagued his family for generations. As he read, a sense of horror washed over him. The weight of the guilt, the sins of his ancestors became all too real. He realized that the stories were not just tales to frighten children, but a grim reality that he could no longer ignore. He closed the book, a newfound determination in his eyes. He knew that he had to confront the past, to break the cycle of guilt and redemption that had haunted his family for so long. The weight of guilt was heavy, but he was ready to face it, to lift the curse and reclaim his family's honor. Section 6. The Unseen Horrors. He heard his name, whispered on the wind. A cold hand brushed against his cheek. He spun around. Nothing. He was alone. Or so he thought. He saw them then, flickering in the darkness. The spectral figures of his ancestors, their eyes burned with a cold fire. The air grew heavy, suffocating. The temperature plummeted. His breath formed icy clouds in the air. He was surrounded, trapped. He had walked into a nightmare, and there was no escape. Section 7. The Ghosts of the Past. The ghosts spoke, their voices a chorus of pain and anger. They recounted the betrayal, the horror of their final moments. William listened, his blood turning to ice. He saw the scene unfold before his eyes. The brutal murders, the blood, the screams. It was as if he was there, living through the horror firsthand. He understood then, the curse was real, the stories were true, and he was now a part of them, trapped in the castle with the ghosts of his past. Section 8. The Price of Greed. He tried to run, to escape the horrors that surrounded him, but the castle held him captive. Its walls, its very foundation, seemed to pulsate with a malevolent energy. He stumbled through the darkened corridors, each turn leading to another horrifying encounter. The ghosts were relentless, their anger palpable. His ancestors' greed had condemned them all, the victims to an afterlife of torment, and him, their descendant, to bear witness to their suffering. Section 9. Trapped in the echo of screams. He collapsed in the grand hall, the same hall where his ancestors had been butchered. He could feel their presence all around him, their cold, ethereal touch. The air crackled with their rage. The walls reverberated with the echoes of their final screams. He closed his eyes, but the horror continued. He realized he was not just trapped in the castle. He was trapped in their nightmare, forced to relive their final moments, again and again. Section 10. Forever Haunted. William was never seen again. Some say he escaped, but the locals knew better. They could hear him sometimes, his screams echoing through the night. Another victim claimed by the curse. The Linda family castle remained, a monument to greed and its consequences. A chilling reminder that some sins can never be forgiven. Some stains can never be washed away. The curse lived on, a testament to the power of retribution and the enduring strength of the bonds of family, even in death. Section 11. The unending cycle of retribution. The tale of the Linda family castle serves as a warning, a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition and the dark paths it can lead us down. A chilling reminder of the darkness that can reside within the human heart, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to emerge and take control. The price one pays for succumbing to its allure is often far greater than anticipated, leading to a cycle of retribution that seems unending. The castle stands as a symbol of the enduring power of the past, a monument to the decisions made long ago that continue to shape the present and future. It is proof that some actions have consequences that echo through generations, reverberating through time and affecting the lives of those who come after. And sometimes, the price of greed is not just measured in gold or land, but in the currency of the soul, a debt that can never truly be repaid. The dungeons and crypts of the castle are filled with the whispers of those who have suffered, their voices a constant reminder of the cost of ambition. Forever haunted by the ghosts of our past sins, the castle stands as a testament to the unending cycle of retribution, a cycle that can only be broken by acknowledging and atoning for the wrongs of the past. The Linda family castle is more than just a structure of stone and mortar. It is a living, breathing entity, imbued with the memories and emotions of those who once called it home. It serves as a powerful reminder that the past is never truly gone, and that the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. In the end, the story of the Linda family castle is a cautionary tale, urging us to reflect on our own actions and the legacy we leave behind. For in the unending cycle of retribution, it is only through understanding and redemption that we can hope to find peace.